Welcome back to the Third Latest Podcast, hosted by your favorite people, Nate and, of course, Donnie.
So what's up?
Man, we are so sorry about last week. If you guys did not see on Twitter/X, my car broke down on my way to my dad's house to record the podcast, and my car has been in the shop getting worked on, but it's finally fixed up. So this week we're coming at y'all with what is it called? A double upload. A double upload. So you're getting our playoff predictions tonight and our final regular season records tonight. Final regular season records tonight, playoff predictions tonight, and we'll talk about the wild card games. As well as we're going to give y'all our predictions for the NFC chip, the AFC chip, and the Super Bowl all in just this episode. And then tomorrow, y'all are going to have an episode coming at y'all tomorrow night with our NFL award predictions. Who we think, since the NFL season is now over, as you know, they do it based off regular season, who will win each award? MVP, Rookie of the Years, Coach of the Year. Who win those awards? Stay tuned for tomorrow. And yeah, hit that like button. We hope you guys are ready. Let's jump right into it. Let's start it off with our regular season records from this year. My goal for this year was to beat him, of course, always. That's one. And two, have a winning record. That's obviously, if you don't have a winning record, I shouldn't be doing this. But three, the main goal really was not to have 100 losses. And I finished on the season 175-97 with my picks. 175 guesses correctly, W's, and 97 losses. Next year, the goal is going to be to have 200 wins. 200 wins, next year's goal.
Nah, you can do it.
I can do it. Let's get it.
Yeah, yours is what? 175?
175 and 97.
I'm 167 and 105.
Yeah. Man,
I
so close to
105.
under 100 losses.
Yeah, 105.
Dang.
Oh, well. It
Yeah.
happens. It's a little better than last year. I had like 112 losses last year.
Really? I'd have to go back and check. I should have checked. I'm so sorry. I'm a terrible host. No, I'm just kidding. But since we didn't get to talk about the wild card last week, we're not going to bore you guys with explaining who we thought was going to win. We're just going to give you guys a quick rundown of our picks. I had the Browns. That was a loss to start off the Saturday. And then I had the Chiefs. That was a win. Went 1-1 on Saturday. Sunday, I had Packers. And I had the Rams. Went 1-1 on Sunday. So then Monday, I'm over here like, oh my God, I've been 1-1 the last 2 days. But I had Bills and Bucks. I'm like, this is to close it out, and they both won. Put me at 4-2 on Wild Card Weekend.
Not bad. I went 3-3.
3-3.
Yeah, the ones we got different was I actually went to Eagles. I thought the Eagles were still gonna pull that out. I look like a dang on fool. And then I don't even want to say this. I went to Cowboys or the Packers.
And you went the Lions. You bought the Lions right, though.
Yeah, you got the Lions right.
I didn't pick Lions. I went Rams.
Yeah, I know you went Rams. I was one.
My missus was Rams and Browns. Yours was Cowboys, Eagles, and Browns.
And Browns, yeah. I'm just can't believe I didn't go with my boys.
The East is out. The East is done.
Yeah, just like that.
Just like that. Out. Everyone's talking about all Eagles, Cowboys, Super Bowl. Nope. See ya.
Both gone.
That's crazy.
And then my Packers they just died.
Packers absolutely got it done against Dallas. Stunned the world. Yeah. I had the Packers winning. I was so upset I couldn't tell you all my reasoning. But if you've seen on Twitter or X, you know, that's where it's posted. But if you guys are just fans of the podcast, I'm sorry. You guys didn't get to see that prediction. But yeah, Packers absolutely got it done. They handled business. The Chiefs also handled business against the Dolphins. I mean, that didn't even really look like a game. The Chiefs were just dominating them the whole time.
It didn't. I was kind of disappointed in the Dolphins and how they played their game and their scheme.
I mean, Bills also another domination game. They absolutely dominated the Steelers, I feel like. Yeah, I mean, it was kind of they made it kind of close, at the beginning of the game.
And one point, but
the Bills, Josh Allen absolutely took over. When he got that 58-yard touchdown run, they just took over after that.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping he didn't score that. But, man, he is so good.
Yeah, he is.
Especially when he runs in that off. I mean, they was bouncing off of him. They wouldn't even try to. It was like, I don't even want to say it.
The fake slide.
No, it was almost like
they weren't trying to tackle him.
Yeah, like it was set up.
Like it was set up. Oh my god.
They just doing this, doing. They didn't even wrap their arms around him, man. I don't think he taught you to tackle, but that's not how you tackle. So
That's hilarious. What about C.J. Stroud beating the number one defense in the NFL?
oh man, that game. And then
Absolutely dominates.
Flacco kind of
Dominates.
folded.
Wasn't even close. Flacco did
folded.
fold. Through 2 pick sixes, I was like,
in a row. 2 possessions in a row.
I know. I haven't seen that. It absolutely crushed me. I was like, wow.
Yeah, it messed up a lot of people's
It did. I was like,
parlays.
wow.
There weren't a whole lot of people picking the Texans to win, I'm sure.
And there's 70%
Except
of
Texas
bettors.
fans.
There's 70% of bettors picking Texans with the spread against the Ravens.
We're giving them what, 9?
9.5.
Yeah, I'd pick that too.
Yeah, I would too. That's what. I would definitely take that.
Yeah, I would take Texans with 9.5.
Yeah, that Browns Texans game was absolutely wild. Flacco sold that game, folded, and C.J. Stroud. I mean, he got it done, but there was a lot of big plays that were made for him. A little bit. That tight end touchdown was a breakout. You know, the halfback screen for the touchdown. So there was a lot of different.
And the defense scored
he
twice.
Played absolutely great for the first year.
Come on,
for
man.
first playoff game.
Yeah,
the best defense. But the Texans have an underrated offensive line, though. They do.
Yeah, sure.
They definitely do.
He just proved that he's special. That's all.
Yeah, and the last 2 games we're talking about is Rams versus Lions. I had Rams. You had Lions.
Yeah, that was a close game, though. That was a close game. There's a couple bad calls that could have changed the game around, but
I think that Puka pass interference.
Yeah.
I mean, that Puka pass interference would have definitely changed the game around, as that puts them in field goal range, and that was definitely pass interference on that 3rd and long. Everyone knows it. I mean, he pulled his jersey, he was holding on to him the whole time. But you never know. Lions still could have came back and won, so it is what it is. That was the outcome of the game. I feel like also Kyren Williams going out. Kyren Williams going out late in the game, I feel like was a big factor in them losing that game because they had to just pass at the end.
Yeah, pass.
And that's just not what they like doing. They like to run, and pass when they have to.
And I swear, when he's not in the backfield, they pass. It's like, it's going to be a pass.
Mm-hmm.
They won't let nobody, run it or not. They're just too predictable.
Yeah, so.
But the Lions barely won, but I knew it was going to be close.
I mean, I dissected that game perfectly. I knew that if the Lions won, it'd be in a stunner, absolute stunner of a game. And I call that a stunner. It was a pretty good game, in my opinion. That was probably game of the week in the wild card. That was like the only close game. All the other
I guess if you call close games game of the week, but the game of the week was Packers whooping up on the Cowboys.
I mean, yeah, obviously to a Packer fan.
I mean, to any football fan to see that happen, they should be like, well, except Cowboy fans, obviously, but because oh man, there's so many memes of them guys crying. I love it.
I know. The same fans.
I love it. I hate the Cowboys, but I had them going far. Like I felt like they was playing real good, and when they came into that game, their home record was real good. Packers came to play.
Yeah, they did.
When they started out with that up tempo like they did, I mean, they just went down, scored, and that was just like once you get that momentum going, it's hard to stop it.
Once you get a lead, because if you're the Cowboys, you're game planning on obviously stomping them. You got my water?
Yeah, I got you. I knew that's what you was looking for.
If you're the Cowboys, you're obviously game planning on stomping the Packers. You're not game planning on playing from behind. So when the Packers start off the game going, we want to receive the ball. Win the coin toss, we want to receive. Come out and get a touchdown. Started off just like that.
Just like that.
The Cowboys weren't ready for that.
No.
And Zach Tom straight up held Michael Parsons all night. Straight, like he did an amazing job.
They did. And then I feel like the Cowboys came in with they're going to lay the whole game on Aaron Jones' back, and they didn't. They put on Jordan Love's back, and I feel like I don't think Green Bay's got right now. They ain't got no Jamar Chases, but they got 3 or 4 Tyler Boyds
and T. Higgins. If you watched that game, Aaron Jones only had 33 yards at halftime, and they were already up 20 points. A lot of people are like, "Oh, Aaron Jones had over 100 yards. That's how they win." No, he had 30 yards at halftime. He got all those yards when we were just handing When the Packers were just handing the ball off at the end of the game when they're up 20, 30 points is when he was getting all those chunk yards.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually crazy. Jordan Love dominated that game.
Yes, he did.
And he put up the number 1 quarterback grade of all time, or quarterback rating ever.
In a playoff game.
In a playoff game, ever. Jordan freaking Love, guys.
Who thought he wasn't going to be nothing? They ain't going to win no games.
That's crazy.
They had him in the top 5 worst teams in the league at the beginning of the year. Just because of their young squad on offense, his first year, and honestly, there's a couple games that they shouldn't even really lost. They should have had 11 wins in the season.
Right.
11-5 with that team, dude, with that young squad. Matt LaFleur needs to be up there for start getting some recognition for being a good coach.
Yeah, he is a great coach.
Because nobody gave him no recognition because he had Aaron Rodgers. Well, he's got Aaron Rodgers. That's why he's winning. Well, here we are. Won a playoff game with Jordan Love was his first year. 5 rookies on offense. 2 second-year players. And Christian Watson is basically a rookie. With the first-year injury and this year's injuries, he's only played a total of a season.
He's barely played this year, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, them 2 years together, he's barely played even a whole season. So it's like, all these guys are so young, and they're doing this. You got to give credit to the coach, dude. I don't care.
Yeah, you do. You most definitely do. This definitely comes with a lot of discipline. So those are your first 5 wildcard games done, analyzed. Last game, Eagles versus Bucks. This guy still had the Eagles, even though they're banged up and have been losing games. I had the Bucks winning this game. They're at home. Baker in the playoff game. The Bucks just had the right pieces to beat the Eagles. They could attack Jalen Hurts on the rush. They could attack the Eagles' rush game. They got a real good front 7. And where they slightly struggle is their secondary. And, I mean, you kind of seen that with Devonta Smith. I mean, he absolutely went off.
He went off.
Goddard had a good game, but it was hard for Hurts to get to those guys with him getting pressured so heavily. Like, their game plan wasn't switching. It stayed the same game plan. Clearly, that's got to be switched. And clearly, without A.J. Brown, that offense has a big hole. And it's not just the offense either. The Bucks put up, 30-some points?
Yeah.
There's a huge hole on both sides of the ball. I feel like a lot of it comes in the mind and the discipline. And, man, I really like Nick Sirianni, but I don't know. He might not be the guy. Jalen Hurts is used to, Nick Saban type of guy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of clips of Nick Sirianni, laughing, joking around and stuff. And Jalen Hurts never had a coach like that. Nick Saban, how often do you think he was laughing, making jokes at practice and during games?
Oh, I'm done.
You see him over there on the sideline like, no, you don't. You don't. And, Jalen Hurts is just a man of business, I feel like. I don't know. I feel like they just weren't clicking. Something's off there. Weren't clicking. They got to figure it out this offseason. But the Bucks, heck of a game. If you're a Bucks fan, shout out Jaden. Congratulations. Your team won the first round. I told you. I called it. I called it.
That was a good one.
Took care of business, man. Took care of business. But now what you guys have been waiting for. The divisional round predictions. Who we think's going to win this divisional round. And then we'll give y'all, obviously, our NFC championship prediction, AFC championship prediction, our Super Bowl prediction. And then we'll get out of here. Get out of your hair. And then you guys can watch some divisional round playoff football. I almost said wild card.
Yeah, you did.
Football. I was at divisional round playoff football. But yeah, starting it off Saturday, Texans versus Ravens. Who you got? How you think this game is going to go down?
I got the Ravens winning, but I'm telling you, man, Texas is going to put a game on. They're going to put a game on. It ain't going to be big. It's going to be close. I think this will be a very close game. I think there might be a point where Texas will be up by 3 or 6 points. The Ravens will have to come down there and score and take the lead back. But once they get it back, they'll win it. But I got the Ravens winning. I just think Lamar is just so hard to stop.
That's what it's going to come down to. Containing Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Because D'Amico Ryan, sorry. He's a great linebacker. He's a defensive coach.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to contain a QB. and that's where it starts with the Ravens. I mean, obviously they got a bunch of other weapons, but Lamar Jackson containing him.
I mean, they got weapons, but I wouldn't know about a bunch of other weapons.
I like their weapons. I mean, I think that they're pretty balanced. You got Bateman, Flowers, and OBJ. The speed on all those guys, the route running on all them guys. You know what I mean? Like
they're gonna be a hard team to beat.
They're a very hard team to play against, especially with their running scheme. Offensive line's one of the best in the league. God, bro, the defense. All right, so this is where it comes down to me for this game. The Ravens' defense, because I'm saying stuff everyone already knows. Sorry. The Ravens' defense is, in my opinion, the best defense in football right now. I know San Fran's got a bunch of stars, a bunch of heavy hitters, but I think that the Ravens have looked the most in sync. Roquan Smith has been absolutely leading them to victory, and I like his mindset. This game's going to be very close. I see the Texans up. I could see the Texans upsetting. Now I see the Texans. I could very much so could see that. I think this weekend goes two of which ways. I am very confident in my other three picks, but this game right here is the game that's been throwing me for a loop, which is why I've been acting so crazy about it. So I'm definitely backing my bet up with Texans, but I'm gonna pick the Ravens. It's gonna be a very close game. A very, very close game. It's probably going to be decided by only a few points. But I think the Ravens squeak it out. You know, Lamar is 1-3 in playoff games. He's being looked at as a guy that can't win playoff games.
Right now.
Which I don't think's fair because he got thrown into a playoff team his very first season, halfway through the year. Got thrown into a playoff team.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next year won a playoff game as unanimous MVP, and then lost the next round, and then lost in the first round. So I feel like it's not like terrible playoff history. I don't think it's a terrible playoff history. He'll probably have a winning playoff record. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He'll overcome that tomorrow. I think he gets a win. He'll be at 2-3. And, you know, that narrative goes out the window with a win. Like, he can win a playoff game. Like, stop acting goofy.
Yeah. I mean, you see what he did this year. He's on. To me, I don't know. I ain't supposed to say this yet, but to me, he's MVP.
Yeah, I believe so as well. I also believe so as well. That's a spoiler for the next one. I mean, Lamar's MVP in my eyes. Yeah, for sure. I definitely got Lamar winning MVP. It's going to be a very great game. I'm very excited about that one. Give me Ravens tomorrow. Next game, Packers versus 49ers. Now, we'll be on this one for the next few minutes.
Here we go.
Because this is my upset of the week. Yes, I have the Green Bay Packers upsetting the San Francisco 49ers. Now, I've been going over this game all week because I originally had the 49ers. But, you know, you got to look at every game with both team perspective. How do the Texans win? How do the Ravens win? You know, I go over that when I go over these games, and that's how I make my picks. So that's how I like the Ravens. I went over this game. You know, San Fran, the way that they win this game, you got to come out firing. You have to stop the Packers. The Packers have won every single game this season when they start off the game with a touchdown drive.
Right.
In their first drive, they score a touchdown, they win.
On the first drive, right.
On the very first drive. You have to be able to stop them on that first drive.
Because
start slowing down that momentum.
If Packers win the coin toss, they're going to receive the ball.
They're going to receive the ball. That's what they do.
Yeah, they're going to receive it. They want to right off rip, start strong.
That's exactly what they're going to be trying to do. San Fran has to stop that, and they have to score. They have to score early. They have to be. They just have to. The Packers have a great defense, but you have to somehow find a way to score early, because if you don't, I think if the Packers get an early lead on them, it's going to be very tough for San Fran. Because I'll tell you right now, just like the Cowboys, San Fran is not playing from behind. Their game plan is not to be playing from behind. Their game plan is a Super Bowl win, not to lose to Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers, I promise you. And there's so many reasons, so I'm breaking this game down for you guys, I swear. So, another reason I got going is because...
I mean, there's going to be people, they want the reasons because nobody believes.
No one's probably believing me right. I'm just going to give you guys the reasons here. So, another reason I got is the Packers' weapons. San Francisco doesn't know just as every other team, No one knows who the Packers' number one guy is because guess what? They don't have one. It could be Watson, who's fully healthy this week. It could be Reed, who didn't even have a catch last week, and they put up almost 50 points against the Cowboys. It could be Romeo Dobbs, who had 200 yards against the Cowboys and a touchdown. Both their tight ends are healthy, Kraft and Musgrave. A.J. Dillon is hopeful for this week on top of Aaron Jones in his 4 games in a row with 100-plus rush yards. This Packers team is looking terrifying, and I'm telling you right now, don't be surprised if they upset and when they upset, because they don't have any pressure on their back. They don't have no pressure. They're not worried. They're going into this game. If they lose, we lose. We're the underdogs. They're going in to San Fran playing the number 1 team in the NFC. San Fran's thinking we're playing the 7 seed. Like, if we lose, they're not thinking about a loss, is my point, which is exactly what the Cowboys were thinking. They're not thinking about a loss going into the game.
Well, the Packers are like,
once they start winning and they just start going, you start seeing them on the sidelines. You've seen Dak's crazy face, you've seen all the players' crazy faces, the fans, who are these guys? How are they doing this? And that's exactly what's going to happen to the 49ers if they cannot contain the Packers on their first couple drives and score early. You have to score early and contain them in the first couple drives. The Cowboys' problem was they didn't score till the very last drive of the second quarter. That was their very first time they scored. That was their problem. That's why they lost that game. And the only way the 49ers win is if they come out at the beginning guns blazing, because this Packers team is not playing around. Jordan Love, and also, another reason, my bad, final reasoning, is Jordan Love. Jordan Love and Aaron Jones, that combo right there. Because you got Aaron Jones, who scared the Cowboys last week. Everyone, including the announcers pregame, they're like, well, if somehow the Packers win, it'll be Aaron Jones, which Aaron Jones, like we already said, only had 30 yards at halftime. Jordan Love was the guy that made the spark. He was the guy that made the big-time throws, the big-time plays, and they weren't ready for that. It could be either one. San Fran's got to prepare for Jordan Love and Aaron Jones now, and it's hard to prepare for that. It's Jordan Love's first year. How do you prepare for that? It's real hard to just catch on to that, but 49ers got a great coach on their hands. They got the roster to do it. Obviously, wouldn't be surprised if the 49ers win, but I got the Packers this week. I gave you all my reasoning. Take it how you want it, but I'm rocking with the Packers at plus 350 money line. Ravens and Packers are my Saturday night picks.
Alrighty. I agree with all that, but at the same time, I got San Fran winning. I can't help it. I got the 49ers. They're at home. They've had rest. They're ready to rock. And Shanahan's like one of the best coaches in the league. Yeah, rocking them right now. He's he's one of the best coaches in the league. He's gonna look at that game. He's gonna be looking over that film. He's gonna be watching what's going on, and he's gonna make a game plan around it. I'm obviously gonna be rooting for the Packers, but I gotta be,
Matt LaFleur's got a game plan too, man. I'm telling you.
And I gotta be, I don't even want to say realistic. I just gotta be
open-minded.
Yeah, I gotta be.
I'm open-minded as well.
I know, but I'm just saying.
It's like last week, man. No one could be open-minded. That's why they couldn't see the Packers.
I just think with their rest and everybody gonna be in there and they're at home, I'm rooting for the Packers, but I don't know. I'm just seeing San Fran win the game. Sorry.
Well, we shall see tomorrow night or tonight if you're watching this on Saturday. You might be watching on Saturdays. It'll be posted late Friday night. Next games, last 2 games, divisional rounds. Bucks versus Lions is the first game. Now, I think those first 2 games are very close games. Like I said, very close games. You're not going to get blowouts in those games. But this Bucks and Lions game, I think this is your blowout of the week. Because obviously, the Chiefs and Bills, they're always close. Everyone knows that. But this Bucks and Lions, I think, will be the only blowout of the weekend. I'm going to be honest. I think the Lions win by 10 or more points. I'm sorry. I think that they put it to them. I think that run game gets going, And
I can see them
I
winning
think
by
that they
10.
just
But
outscore them.
I don't.
I think that they just straight outscore them.
I
I
don't see
love
them
the
winning by-
Lions this week.
I don't see them winning by 2 touchdowns.
Lions are my lock of the week. I love the Lions this week. Lock of the week, Lions. Minus. They can take them in the spread. I love the spread. -6. I love that spread. They can win by 7. Heck yeah, dude. I'm taking that spread.
Yeah, I mean, I like it too. I think the Lions got them. They're at home.
It'll be all about that run game. You see Gibbs and Montgomery get going. If you see them boys get going, it's over. And the Bucs do got a very good front seven. Like I said, the secondary is a little weaker, but
yeah, I think Jared Goff
having that duo is ridiculous. And Laporta's fully healthy this week. Like he just said, Jared Goff can very much so pick them boys apart with Laporta, Monroe, J-Mo, all them guys. So I like the Lions a lot this week. Gibbs is a great receiving threat out the backfield, and Montgomery is just their power back, just their heavy hitter. So
yeah, I think it's not even gonna be a game.
well, another thing is Rashad White. Like with the Bucs, their key to success is being good with their run game, and Baker Mayfield being on point. All of that has to be going right for them to be able to win this game. I feel like Rashad White can very much get locked up by the Lions front seven. They got a very good front seven, and they have the kind of the same weaknesses as the Bucs. They're secondary, but I just love the Lions this week.
Oh yeah,
absolutely love them.
I'm locked in on them for sure.
That's my lock of the week. In the last game we got is Chiefs versus Bills for the divisional round.
It's where Bills come over their hump.
3-3 against each other. Josh Allen versus Mahomes. Mahomes has the edge over Allen in the playoffs, but Josh Allen's never got a home game against Mahomes.
Yeah,
never got a home game against him in the playoffs.
This is Mahomes' first road playoff game in his career. He's had 15 home games. This is his first playoff road game. Which to me is just, and I don't think the Chiefs are all that great. I mean, they did whoop up on the Dolphins, but I just think the Bills are going to.
What makes me nervous about this game is the ref. The ref's 8-2 when reffing Mahomes games. 3-0 when reffing his games in the playoffs. You're gonna see some weird calls. Telling you, when you see some weird calls, it's that guy.
Yeah, I can see that, but I still think the Bills win by at least 7, if not.
You got to win them by 7 or more. I think it's gonna be a close game. I think it's gonna be a close game.
I got them winning by 7. I think the Chiefs will.
I got the Bills winning in a close one. It'll be close, but I still got the Bills though, as well as you.
Yeah, I mean, I just think that it's
I don't
gonna be.
think that Mahomes
I think they'll be
gets
by a
blown out
touchdown.
in a playoff game.
Huh?
If they lose by a touchdown or more, that would be blown out in a playoff game to Mahomes. The only time he's lost is by 4 to the Bengals.
You know what I mean?
And then they lost to the Bucs in the Super Bowl the one year by kind of a lot, but I mean that's a Super Bowl. 7 or more, that's kind of a blowout.
They lost to the Bengals. They lost to the Patriots to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they did.
And then so he's lost them 2, and then he's lost the Super Bowl.
So he's lost to Joe Burrow and Tom Brady, and now Josh Allen.
Yeah, he's losing to Josh.
Those will be the 3.
He's gonna lose to Josh Allen. Bills gonna win. I got him winning by a touchdown. Sorry.
I mean, I guess I could see it, but I got the Bills winning in a very.
I know Bills is still got Gabe Davis back, but I feel like the other guys are stepping up.
Be a shootout, bro.
I think the other guys are stepping up just as good as Gabe Davis was.
Yeah, I mean, Chiefs are also kind of clicking at the right time.
The Bills tight ends last game, man, they showed up.
Yeah, the Chiefs are kind of clicking at the right time though, a little bit there. Mm-hmm. They are. Rashee Rice breaking out. I mean, Kelsey's Kelsey. He's always there as a decoy or whatever you need him to do. Pacheco. God, that kid is... Pacheco is one of my favorite players.
Oh, yeah. Pacheco, he just runs hard. He's like a freight train every time he gets the ball in his hands. He's always just like, I love Pacheco.
Like his feet are just like... This looks like his feet. Oh, my God. It's crazy. But yeah, there you have it. Those are our divisional round picks. I got Ravens, Packers, Lions, Bills. I think it goes like that. Ravens, Packers, Lions, Bills. I could also see it going Texans, Packers, Lions, Bills, or Ravens, or Texans, San Fran, Lions, Bills. It's going to be one of them 3 scenarios. But mine, I like Ravens, Packers, Lions, Bills.
Yeah, I like.
Pay us this weekend, baby.
I'm going Ravens, 49ers, Lions, Bills. Sorry. And that's kind
All
of crazy.
the favorites.
I know. All the home teams, all the favorites.
I gotta see a decent amount of people pushing Bucks agenda. That'll be the upset. Imagine.
Right.
That'll be the upset. Bucks. Imagine.
Bucks.
Imagine that.
Who's so on the Lions? Like, all Lions guaranteed. It's on. It's guaranteed. And then they lose.
If the Bucks win, that would be insane. Oh my God, I'd be mind blown. Baker Mayfield will have to be on his schnat on freaking Sunday morning. Just kidding.
It basically is Sunday morning. It's like 2 or 3 o'clock game, ain't it?
3 o'clock, yeah, Sunday afternoon, whatever. This brings us to our NFC Championship and our AFC Championship. This is just pre-prediction, in case that our predictions go right. I got the Packers versus Lions. We're not going to talk too much about it, obviously, because it might not even be true. But Packers versus Lions. I got Lions. This is just what we think right now. So Packers versus Lions. I got Lions in the NFC Championship. Lions Super Bowl for the first time, whatever. Bills versus the Ravens. AFC Championship. And I got Josh Allen beating Lamar Jackson to go to the Super Bowl, which would be Bills versus Lions Super Bowl. The Super Bowl of the Blues. And I got Josh Allen winning his first Super Bowl and winning Super Bowl MVP. I feel like Josh Allen sees the light at the end of the tunnel. And he knows that he can win it this year. He knows he's got the team. He just got to get it done. The Chiefs aren't the same Chiefs. You get done with the Chiefs. Then you got, let's say the Ravens do win. I feel like, I'm sorry, people are probably not going to agree with me, probably not going to like this, but man. You got Josh Allen versus Lamar. Who do you think's better? Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, I don't know. Lamar's winning MVP, so.
Yeah, well, I like Josh Allen in the playoffs better, personally. So I'm going with the Buffalo Bills in a stunner in the AFC Championship. And the Buffalo Bills to win the Super Bowl. That's my Super Bowl MVP. I feel like it's his year. Josh Allen and the Bills get it done. If you asked me that last week, I would have said that not the Bills were going to win. I would have said that
Ain't nobody else. Bills, buddy.
yeah, probably the Bills. I've liked the Bills going into the playoffs. They look pretty good. And especially against that game against the Steelers, boy, Josh Allen looked determined. He didn't even make a turn. He didn't even have a turnover against the Steelers. Josh Allen. So I'm riding with the Bills, man. Gonna have my Josh Allen jersey on.
Well, I'll tell you what's actually going to happen.
Oh, okay. What's actually gonna happen?
Yeah, because none of that's happening. 49ers, Lions. 49ers, smack. Get out of here. Lions are they're since they beat the Rams and then the Bucks beat the Eagles and the Eagles had a bunch of injuries and falling off. Now the Lions get it. They got an easy run.
I think the Packers get it done for the Lions. I think they knock out Cowboys, 49ers, and then Lions knock them out.
Wait, I thought you didn't say that already? You only said your AFC part?
You didn't say that already, this guy.
49ers beat the Lions. I think that it's by 7 or more. Sorry, Lions, you're going down. Bills versus Ravens. I'm going Lamar Jackson all the way. I got Lamar winning that game. I got the Ravens winning that game.
Heck yeah.
And I got the rematch of the Ravens and 49ers from when the brothers were playing each other. Except for I got the Ravens winning it all with Lamar Jackson as a Super Bowl MVP. He's going to win the MVP of the league and Super Bowl MVP same year.
Has that ever happened? Should look that up.
Maybe Tom Brady.
Maybe he would be the one. But yeah, there is
Lamar
our
Jackson
playoff
MVP, babies.
There's our playoff predictions, our divisional round predictions. hit that like button, hit the sub button, share with your friends. You know what I'm saying? Go follow us on all
Lions
socials.
to the Super Bowl.
Go follow us on all socials at Thread the Laces podcast. I'm telling you, you're laughing, but Bills Lions Super Bowl. I'm calling it.
Man, Lions will never make it to the Super Bowl ever in their life. They're lucky to even where they're at.
Oh, remember that during the outro though. He tried to make sure that everyone wasn't watching, but it'll be posted as a reel. Little did he know. I'm just kidding.
You're right.
But yeah, hit the like button, hit the sub button.
I'll tell you what I would like to see, as of right now, is Bills and Packers.
If I got to pick my dream Super Bowl, it would be.
Not a dream. I'm saying as of right now with the teams that are in it, I would like to see Bills Packers. That would be sweet.
I'd like to see Packers versus.
Obviously, Bills. You're Josh Allen swinging right now.
Probably Texans. I think that would be fun. Packers versus Texans. Stroud versus Love. I'd love that.
That would be the most unwatched Super Bowl. Least watched Super Bowl ever in the history of the NFL. Nobody wants to see that. I'm telling you. They'll be like, wait a minute. What's really happening? And it'll be the lowest viewed Super Bowl ever if it was the Texans and Packers. NFL ain't going to let that happen, sorry.
Yeah, I don't think so either, but
no. They need them ratings. They ain't getting the ratings with that game.
Yeah. Well, there you have it. Come back tomorrow. You'll see our NFL awards predictions, and we might spice things up. There's something else in there. We'll see. Hit the like button, hit the sub button, share with your friends. Comment what you think, who you think's gonna win. If you guys are like, oh my God, I got the Bucks, the Chiefs, the 49ers, and the Texans. Like, whoa, that might happen. Oh my God.
Put it on a parlay, $5. Probably win you $200-300.
Bro, a lot of money. Put my parlay together, Ravens, Packers, Lions, Bills, 11-1 odds, baby. Go check out my Twitter /@ Nate's Takes for all of my bets. And yeah, go follow us on all socials after the laces. Like button, sub button. It's free to hit them. We appreciate all you guys.
It's pretty simple to do it. I mean, just twink.
We appreciate all you guys. I hope you guys hit your bets. Hope you guys enjoy your playoff weekend. Be careful out there. And as always, Hoo-Day!